Hello, welcome back to Moment with T. My name is Taiwo Adeoju, and today we want to talk about clarity and stress in relationship. At what point does asking for clarity becomes a stress? Have you heard from your partner sometimes saying, "Oh, you're stressing me for asking too many questions"? I've noticed something. Sometimes when a woman or man expresses their concern, they are told that they are overthinking. When they ask a question, they are told they are stressing the relationship. When they ask or seek for reassurance, she or he is told that they are asking far too much in the relationship. And after a while, they begin to wonder, maybe I am the problem, but is he or she the problem? Let's talk about emotional safety. A lot of people think emotional safety means no arguments, no disagreements, no difficult conversation, no difficult discussions between the spouses. That is not true. Emotional safety means knowing that when something is bothering you, your partner will not punish you for bringing it up. Now, here is where it gets complicated. Sometimes the other person says, "I have already explained myself. What else does he or she want?" I have already told you how I feel. What else do you want me to say? And honestly, sometimes that's a fair question, because there are situations where a partner or person has communicated as much as they know how. But here's the problem. If one partner is still deeply confused, still deeply hurt, still deeply lacking clarity, then the conversation isn't actually finished. Because communication is not just about speaking, it's about being understood. And many relationships get stuck right there. One person feels, "I have explained enough." The other person feels, "I still don't understand or get it." One person wants peace, and they keep saying, "I want peace, I want peace, I want peace." The other person wants clarity. And when clarity is missing, peace becomes impossible. So let's go deeper. A person who genuinely wants peace does not avoid conversations. They should be ready to make sure that their partner has that clarity they so desire. They participate in it. A person who genuinely wants peace does not shut down every difficult discussion. They walk it through. Because avoiding issues is not peace. It's postponement. And postponement of issues doesn't disappear. They grow. Now, does this automatically mean that the person is hiding something? Sometimes it is not, though not always. But there are some signs you should pay attention to. If their words consistently don't match their actions, pay attention. If they say they are committed but behave like they are still keeping one foot outside and one foot inside the relationship, still pay attention to that. If they tell you they are over a past relationship but their behavior suggests otherwise, pay attention. If every request for clarity is treated as an attack, pay attention. Because trust is built not just in words, but when actions agree. Not just words that sound good. But here is the hard truth. You cannot build emotional safety with someone who refuses to be emotionally accountable. Not when words sound good. And here's the hard truth. You cannot build emotional safety with someone who refuses emotional accountability. You cannot create connections alone. You cannot carry a relationship by yourself. So what should you do? Communicate clearly. Express your needs clearly. Listen to the perspective honestly. And after that, watch what they do. Watch whether there is effort. Watch whether there is growth. Watch whether there is consistency. because effort is visible, growth is visible, change is visible. And if months go by and you are still having the same conversation, still feeling unheard, still feeling confused, still questioning where you stand, and then the issue may no longer be the communication. The issue may be compatibility or willingness. And this is where many people need courage. Not courage to leave immediately, but courage to ask themselves a difficult question. How long am I willing to stay in a relationship that keeps asking me to silence my needs in order to keep the peace? Because the real peace does not require one person to become smaller. Real peace is built when both feel seen, both people feel heard, both people feel safe, and if your need for clarity is constantly treated like a burden. You may need to ask yourself whether you are fighting for a relationship or you are fighting to be understood by someone who has no intention of understanding you. And sometimes the most painful thing is not discovering that someone was hiding something. It's discovering that they never had the willingness to meet you where you were emotionally needed. Should peace in a relationship come from avoiding difficult conversations or from having the courage to address them? Welcome back to Moment with T. My name is Taiwo Adeyanju.